Joss boys are back, eating the burger patty on top of a mid piece of bun and then a chicken patty below. But it's all vegetables and a meat process. Let's talk about Double Meat Palace today. But first, Provider, the Angel episode, my least favorite episode of season 3. Let's bring in my fellow Joss boy and fellow Angel of Buffy, Logan Be Adair.
That's right. I'm back. I have my Double Meat Palace hat on and my little badge on that says Logan Be Adair. Buffy's
full
Angels.
name. Wow.
Number one, Buffy's Angels.
I wouldn't wear a name tag with my full name at work. I wouldn't want people like Googling me and shit.
Well, I already do this podcast. What's the difference?
What's the harm, I guess? Yeah, I've given up my phone number on the podcast.
It's true.
But people out in the world are crazy, you know?
Yeah, and they can find me. Nobody listening to the podcast cares enough to like hunt me down or whatever.
Yeah.
The people that I meet could kill me.
I had a weird moment yesterday. I was wearing a t-shirt at work it says 4 Seasons Total Landscaping.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when that happened?
Of course.
Yeah. And then I had to sell some Hello Kitty shit to a guy wearing a hat that said "fuck Joe Biden."
The world is so beautiful.
I know.
A little toy store brings us together. I love
good
that
stuff.
Did you guys mention it at all? Was there any kind of
No, we were very polite to one another.
Okay, good. But you both recognized like
I think mine's a little more obscure, but I mean if you're far enough down the rabbit hole that you're wearing a hat that says "fuck Joe Biden," he probably noticed.
Maybe you might be right about that. But I got to say something about the Angel episode. It felt long. I was like halfway through. I was like, we got to be somewhere close to the end here, right? And there was like 20 minutes left. I was like,
there's like a million subplots. None of them are good.
I liked Fred. Fred was funny.
Okay.
And I loved Cordelia and Angel.
No, some of that stuff's good. I'm with you. And I like some of the Holt stuff too. But
and I got to say they flipped what was awkward with Gunn is still awkward, but they made it funny. Like they definitely leaned into the comedy, which I appreciated. Of them both being like, Fred?
I don't know. No, some of that stuff was all right, but like the part where he's like watching her in the distance and like says something, and Wesley's like, I was talking about the baby, and Gunn says, I was talking about the hot mama. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, he is, spoiler alert, I think gonna be my LVP again. But we'll get into it, I guess.
Well, that's all going to come to a head next week in a good way. So,
okay.
Well, yeah. Let's start here with Angel because that aired a week before. It's January, so everything's on a weird schedule. And then, February sweeps will happen. We'll get back on track.
So it's just one every week? Angel 1 week, Buffy the other week?
Yeah.
Damn, that must suck.
I know. It did suck.
Do you talk to any of your friends about it? You're like, did you guys watch Buffy last night? Is that a thing you do?
I had a friend in high school named Caroline Cavanda. And what?
I just love how you say names all the
time. And she was a big Buffy fan. So I would talk to her the next day. Like we connected on Buffy. We also co-directed a play together.
Oh.
But the one moment I distinctly remember was Lindsay comes back. The next time we see Lindsay on Angel, like I remember coming in the next day to school, we saw each other in English class and we hugged. We were like, Lindsay.
Neither of you were upset that he had the short hair?
He had long hair.
Oh, he has long hair when he comes back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that she was really the only one I talked to. I didn't know other people that watched Buffy. There was like one popular kid who watched Buffy, and he knew I did. So every so often he would talk to me about it. I remember after one really mediocre episode that he loved, he came up to me and he was like, whoever wrote that should get a raise.
Oh wow, listen to that. You don't know what
Yeah,
episode?
I do. It's in season 7.
Oh, we
If
haven't
you
gotten
want,
there.
I can tell you when we get there.
I love that. Yeah.
But it's not really a standout episode.
Yeah. Tell me.
All right. So hey, a lot happened over the weekend.
Okay.
All right. How about the Sundance Film Festival?
Okay.
All
What year is
right.
this? 2003 still?
2002.
Oh, I'll say.
Yeah, January 21st, 2002 this aired. Sundance Film Festival that year. Some of the award winners were Real Women Have Curves. So we were introduced to America Ferrera in the world
That's
the
very
week
cool.
Provider aired. Tadpole was big. That was the kid fucking his mom, his stepmom, I think. Sigourney Weaver, and Personal Velocity won the like best of the fest or whatever, and that was a nepo baby one. Rebecca Miller, I think she's Arthur Miller's daughter, and
Wow.
she's married to Daniel Day-Lewis, maybe. But it's a pretty good movie. I tried to watch it a couple of years ago though, rewatch it, and I couldn't find it fucking anywhere. So like people don't care about that movie anymore.
But it's really good. I'll try to find it. What's it called again?
Personal Velocity.
Okay.
Secretary premiered at that fest. That was a big one. Steve Shaneberg's first movie. He used to be a Barnes and Noble regular. He would come in and complain about all the movies that were doing well at the box office. I remember he was like, "What's this fucking Knocked Up? Why do people like that?"
Did he just complain about anything that was popular?
He had come out with his second film, Fur, with Nicole Kidman, and that like really tanked. Like it did bad with critics and at the box office, and he was really bitter about it. So for about a year after that movie came out, he would just constantly, because I told him once, I was like, I'm a big fan of Secretary, and I thought Fur was really good. And so he would come in and talk directly to me and just complain about whatever movies were out. It was funny. Yeah. All right. What else? The Good Girl, Mike White's film, Pumpkin, where Christina Ricci has a relationship with a retarded kid. Blue Car, that's a good one. I talked about it on We Watch What Happens. What's our show? Hey, I'm watching here. Storytelling and the underrated 13 Conversations About One Thing, which
I saw that one.
I recommended to you once. Yeah.
And I gave it a 1.
I think he gave it 3. Golden Globes happened that weekend as well, the night before Provider aired. The best drama was A Beautiful Mind.
That won Best Picture eventually, right?
It sure did. The other nominations for best drama are so much better than A Beautiful Mind.
All right.
It is outrageous. Here, hang on. I forgot to write them down.
25th Hour?
No, no one even gave a shit. No, it's In the Bedroom, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, The Man Who Wasn't There by the Coen Brothers, and Mulholland Drive. And they looked at all those movies. They were like, Beautiful Mind. That's the best one.
Yeah, that's weird. What was it? It was inevitable for Ron Howard or something?
No, I mean it was like a biopic. It had like a big twist in it. Russell Crowe was really hot at the time.
All the acting is good in it. They're all really good.
It's a good movie. Like I got nothing against The Beautiful Mind, really. Just like it's outclassed by every other movie on that list.
Right. It's one of those that's hurt by winning Best Picture. Like if it didn't, people would have no issue with it.
You're right about that. There's a lot of movies like that.
There are.
Slumdog Millionaire. I wonder if I'd still feel the same sort of malice I do.
I went in completely open-minded and I had a great time.
I know you did. Jai Ho!
Yeah.
Now, Moulin Rouge won the best comedy or musical as a musical. I guess it's a comedy too, but that sucks too. What a bad year for the Golden Globes. But they kind of nailed it on TV. 6 Feet Under won the best drama series, and Sex and the City took home comedy.
Okay.
All right. Number 1 at the box office, Black Hawk Down.
Wow, your main man, Josh. Right?
That's true. Yeah. Hey, I love Josh.
Okay, so you have no issue with him in the movie.
I have no issue with Josh Hartnett ever.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And number 2 movie, Snow Dogs.
All right.
Yeah, that was Cuba Gooding Jr. hanging out with some dogs in the Arctic.
Better version of that is Eight Below. Paul Walker hanging out
Oh
with some
yeah,
dogs.
I've never
But
seen
that
either
one's
one.
sad. I don't know if the other one's sad.
Yeah, Snow Dogs is like a comedy, like Kangaroo Jack or something. But like Eight Below was like a biopic,
Yeah, it's
right?
like
Like about
Marley
a
and me
dude
or
that like
something.
ran the Iditarod. Um,
I was that what's the Iditarod?
the Iditarod is this big snow dog, like sled dog race that happens every year.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's sad. That's a good one. You
Yeah.
should check it out.
I'll tell you what, the same night of those Golden Globes, the Royal Rumble happened. Triple H won.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah. And how about this? This is amazing. We have a big birth.
Okay.
Someone who's famous say was born when Provider came out.
Okay. What do we got?
How
Chapel
about
Roan.
that's a good guess, honestly. But no, how about WNBA star Caitlin Clark?
Wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
love Caitlin Clark.
Who doesn't?
Misogynists, I guess, but I think she's pretty cool.
Of course.
Yeah.
Remember your favorite guy? I'm forgetting his name. He does the WWE sometimes.
Who?
He's a sports guy. He does WWE.
Pat McAfee?
Pat McAfee one time he was like that white bitch that they have in the WNBA. Do you remember that?
No.
It was crazy on him. He's like you, like he has his own show, so he doesn't care, and he's just like that white bitch. And it's like,
That is.
but it's like just because you have your own show doesn't mean you have to do that. Like,
I think that's pretty funny.
no, that was wild. There was no need for that.
Oh, Pat. Pat's next level. Um, he's taking a break from WWE right now. He's hosting shit about college football, I think.
Right.
All right. We got let's talk about the episode, huh?
Okay. Who are the writers and director?
The writers is fellow Scott Murphy. This was his only season on the writing staff. I'm not a fan of this guy. This is his second of 2 episodes that he wrote. The first one was Carpe Noctem, the one with Ron Howard's dad.
Okay.
And that one's better, I think.
Right.
Bill L. Norton directed this one. We know him. He's a friend of the podcast. He directed More American Graffiti back in the 70s.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, no, this is his 3rd episode of Angel. He did Happy Anniversary last season, and That Vision thing earlier this year. All right, let's hear your notes on fucking Provider. Let's get through this one fast.
Okay, so we start out. Angel's pretty concerned about money. We can tell he's working on a piggy bank for Connor. They call it the Connor Fund. That's pretty fun. And Fred works on the website. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, that website looks great.
It did. She did it. She did. It was like Olivia who made the franchise website. I forgot who that was.
Oh, she was like the show.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Cordelia said something weird. Angel's like, we got mouths to feed. Cordelia had a line. She was like, well, I'm known for my mouth and I've been fine for years. What was that line about?
Because she's a yapper. She's got a big mouth.
Oh, that's what it was?
Did you think it was sexual?
I thought it could have been.
I don't think it was meant to be.
She was like, I have a mouth. It's kind of what I'm known for.
Well, she's known for her sharp tongue.
I thought she was known for her vision, sort of, at this point.
Well, at this point, yeah, but, going back.
Okay, fair enough. And so that's what happens there. We hung up flyers all around town, but it turns out wrong phone number. Fabrizio's Pizza.
Yeah, I actually like that moment where they show a guy find the flyer, like, wow, this is just what I need.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all very well done. And I love we get a split screen and then it's a 3-way split screen to Fabrizio's Pizza. And they're like, what?
Right.
That's the wrong number. And then we do credits, but then we hang up new flyer. Shout out to Wesley. He really went out and did it all over again. And then we get the gun moment where he's like, how cute. And Wesley's like, yeah, the baby's adorable. And then Gun's like, I meant the hot mama.
The hot mama.
Chill out.
Have you ever said that in your life? Would you ever
Never.
say that in your life?
Maybe like to my wife if it
I
was like a fun thing.
I don't know. I don't even think I would do that. I can't imagine a world where I would see an attractive woman and think the words hot mama.
Yeah. And also she's not even the mama.
Good
She's not the
point.
mama.
But she's holding a baby, I guess.
Right. Right. But Darla was the hot mama.
That's true.
But anyway, so Angel, he says, making money, finding Holtz, and helping the helpless. Those are their priorities. That's their number one priority, he
Right,
says.
right. Tied.
Those are our three number one priorities. And then the phones start ringing because the flyers start working, I guess. So then we see
Mhm.
Justine. Remember Justine from a few episodes ago? She was recruited by Holtz.
Yeah, I
Of
remember
course
her.
you do
She's
remember
she's
that.
back. She's got a screwdriver in her hand.
She does, yeah. And Holtz, I love Holtz. He comes in and he puts his head down on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Was that here? That might be later, actually.
That might be later. I love Holtz.
Yeah, Holtz is very fun. And she like killed a couple vampires and he wants her to commit herself to him.
Mm-hmm.
That you're gonna work for me or
And
else.
he wants her to recruit others like her.
Okay. I don't know if I really got understood that.
Mm.
But we how did he know her? Her sister died or something? What was it?
Yeah, yeah. He found like a newspaper article about a girl whose sister was killed by like like neck trauma or whatever they say. And he found her. She'd been hunting vampires ever since.
Right. Okay. So then we go back to the Hyperion. We meet these guys, the Nadras. They're going to be important later on. They originally want Wesley to solve this puzzle that they have for their leader. We'll
Right.
find out a little more about that
But
later on.
Acknowledges a puzzle that they have on their uniforms or something.
Yeah, she's like,
And
these numbers do this, and I'm very smart. And
right.
Lauren speaks Nadra. He knows their language, so that's
He's
why he
doing a
goes with her.
clicky thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty fun. And then there's this girl. I don't know if I ever got her name. I think maybe I looked it up on IMDb and wrote it down later on. But she talks to Gunn. She says she has an ex-boyfriend who's dead but is stalking her.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. This actress, she was sort of around at the time. You'd see her and stuff. But I don't know. I think her name was Sunny Mabry. I don't know the character's name, but I'm pretty sure that was the name of the actress. And I don't
Allison.
Allison. All right. I don't know much like what happened to her, but I do know that she's married now to Ethan Embry from Can't Hardly
Whoa,
Wait.
that's very
Yeah.
cool.
And I think they might have gotten divorced and then remarried to each other at one point.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Ethan Embry. I feel like I haven't heard about him in 20 years.
Yeah,
So
you know, he's looking rough, man. Like I saw him on Justified a few years back and he's like bald and had a beard and he didn't even look like him.
damn. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So Fred, whatever. And Angel leaves because knows another case. So we go deal with that. We meet Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That was cool. I didn't see him in
Oh,
the opening credits.
he was there.
Oh, I didn't
He's
notice it.
so young. Like
Yeah,
he's kind of like I don't think I'd ever realized it was Jeffrey Dean Morgan until this time watching the episode.
I can understand that. He's like a
Yeah.
little he's not chubby, but he's not like as thin as
He
Jeffrey Dean
is, but
Morgan.
no, you're right though. He's a little more filled out.
He has like a little baby fat on his cheeks or
Yeah, he
something.
does. He does. I guess like the first thing I really took notice of him in, or like the earliest thing anyway, is
Grays.
yeah, his role as Denny Duquette on Grays. And so that's going forward still like 5 years or something.
Right.
Yeah, so he's like real young here.
Yeah, this is probably the earliest back I know. I didn't look at his whole thing, but obviously he's Negan. That's basically what I know him
Yeah.
from. And
He's
I know
married to a lady that was on the same network as Angel at the time.
yeah, I know they've been together for a long time. I always see
Yeah,
pictures of
yeah.
them together.
Hillary Burton, I think her name is from One Tree Hill.
They seem like a really cool couple, I think.
They really do, yeah.
Yeah.
They're one of those
And
couples you root for. Like if I heard they broke up, I'd be disappointed.
yeah, my number one couple is Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie, probably.
My number one couple used to be Thurston Moore and Kim Gordon, like the two main songwriters of Sonic Youth. and then they broke up, and it turned out Thurston Moore had been like cheating on her, and,
Oh my
and
goodness.
it now I don't believe in love.
No, no. But you
Yeah.
believe Sarah and Freddie are gonna be married forever,
I
right?
hope so. I root for them. I saw they celebrated their 20-year anniversary as husband and wife or something,
I
which
thought it
is
was like
pretty
22
impressive.
or 23 or 24 or something like that.
Maybe it is. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, but shout out to them. That was very cute.
Yeah.
And I forgot where we were. Oh, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah, he's playing as this guy Harlan Elster. He says his name is, and I believed it. I didn't think anything about it. And he says, Angel, I know a nest of vampires. You're gonna go there and kill them because they want money from me, and I'm gonna pay you double what they want just to take care of the issue for me.
Right.
And he's like, all right, that sounds like a great deal to me. And one line he says, whoever heard of a vampire out to make a buck? That was funny.
And Angel's like, oh,
and so yeah, and then the guy, real Harlan Elster, comes out and gets knocked out by Jeffrey
yeah,
Dean Morgan.
that's a good moment. I think not when he comes in, he's like, "Who are you?"
Yeah,
and then turns around and punches him. I don't know. It's you've seen it in a million things before, but that always
it was
works for me.
shocking. I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought Jeffrey Dean Morgan was a normal guy. So then Justine, go back to her. This is when Holtz puts his head down on the table, and he like, does he pull it out? He does something with the screwdriver and hurts her even more. And then, oh yeah, I think he does because then she hits him. So I guess she's free.
Right.
I don't know. And then we go so back to the hotel.
They call that
Wesley.
the pull-out method.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Um, Tim doesn't know about that. Am I right?
Nope.
They had to fix his ass.
That's true. Yeah, couldn't figure out how to pull out.
Sorry, Tim. So, oh yeah, Wesley and Gunn, they are gone at this point. And Fred is like laying down, and Cordelius, they're just like hanging out. Did you notice that?
Wait, what's happening?
Angel comes back to the hotel, like, guys, I have $5,000 that this guy gave me, and Fred and Cordelia are just like hanging out in the lobby. They're just like, Fred's just like laying down. It was kind of weird, but yeah, they were just like talking to each other. I think I don't know, it was weird, but cool thing here, Angel. So Connor he graduated via Zoom. Did you know that?
Oh, because he says that he's class of 2020, right?
Yeah, Notre Dame class of 2020. Yeah. So Connor was on Zoom during his graduation. That's cool to think about.
Poor fellow.
And so Lauren comes in. Wait, why was he so drunk?
Oh, I don't remember. He explains it. He says he like went out and like got some information from somebody by getting them drunk, and he got drunk himself.
That's pretty fun. And yeah, so he knows now that Holtz is going to build an army, so that's not good for them. And then the Nadras come in and they're like, Fred, we actually want you to put our puzzle together. That'd be cool. And they say $50,000. So Angel is very eager to accept that. And I like that whole scene, the way it played out. Like, Fred, what do you think? You want to do that? Does that seem fun? Fred's like, yeah, I guess so. So then we go to Wesley and Gunn. They're like hanging out with that lady. And they talk about, they say Fred at the same time. I don't know. They say comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Fred. Yeah, they're both into Fred.
They love Fred. Yeah. And they're like, it's not a zombie. I have a question. Wesley said that zombies don't eat flesh. Is that a new thing we made up here?
No, I believe that was established in Dead Man's Party back in Buffy season 3.
All right. So, yeah, and then Brian tries to break in, and he's a zombie.
So. Yeah, and that dude, he's the guy from Starship Troopers who gets killed in basic training during a live fire exercise.
Oh, that's pretty fun. I've never seen that movie. But
he's like, I'm a big dumb doll. Yeah, whatever. He's very memorable. I recognized him instantly. Okay. I recognized him faster than I recognized Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
That's wild. And this guy's a zombie.
Yeah. But when are we gonna do Starship Troopers?
I don't know. I feel like there are too many of them. I feel like there are like 5 or 6.
There aren't. There's 3.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
I think I looked it up once and I was like, no, thanks.
No, because the first one's the only one worth watching. Like, I've never seen any of the sequels. They were all straight to video, but I'm pretty sure they only made 2 straight to video ones.
We can do it at some point. I don't care.
I mean, you gotta see that original. That's a 5-star classic.
I do want to do like more important directors, so that'll be fun.
Paul Verhoeven.
Yeah, that'll be pretty good.
Yeah, no. Here's you probably thought there were more because they made like two CGI animated ones like that went straight to video. We don't need to watch those.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine by
Let's
me.
let's just watch these live action fellas.
Okay. Um, next year we'll do that next year. So we do eyeball cakes. Fred and Lauren are offered some eyeball cakes by the Nadras,
Yeah,
but they don't
but
really want them.
that doesn't feel appetizing.
No, no. I have a question. So Angel goes to the vampire nest and he just walks right in there. He doesn't need any permission.
No, it's a vampire nest.
So they don't. That's not like their place. They don't own
I
it or
don't
anything.
I don't think a vampire can own a place.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, the vampires come in and they fight. He kills 3 of them, but then later we learned that there are 7 of them. So that's bad. Angel has a one-liner here. I feel like he's not really known for his one-liners, but he says, "Next time you hit the yard sales, I'd avoid the wooden furniture." And then he stabs one of them, and then he says, "I hear Wicker's nice." What? That was like a Buffy thing. I feel like Angel doesn't do that so much, but
Well,
but it was
I
funny.
think Scott Murphy doesn't quite know the character.
That's fun. And yeah, whatever. So then we meet the real Harlan Elster, and he says that other guy's name was Sam Ryan. I fired him a few years ago, and now he's trying to get revenge or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but the story he told was real. Like his friend was killed by the vampires. Or that wasn't the story he told. The story he told was that they wanted money, right?
Yeah, the story told us that they wanted money, but really he had a friend that was killed by this particular nest, and he like he'd heard about Angel investigations and like tried to get this company to invest in getting rid of them when he was still working there. But the guy was like, "You want us to spend money on getting rid of vampires? What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, he didn't believe him, right?
Yeah.
So you think he's like a scary character, but really he was kind of sympathetic at the end.
And that is what annoys me about this storyline. Like to me, it's the turn where he's not Mr. Elster is so much more interesting if he does have like weird ulterior motives or something. But the fact that he's a sympathetic character kind of makes the whole storyline a wash, and it just makes it really forgettable for me.
I don't know. I think it kind of I kind of buy the emotion, and he had to go to such extremes just to like honor his friend. I don't know. I kind of do like that.
Okay, fine.
And yeah, this is where he learns about the treasure, and Angel's like, "Treasure? I didn't know there was treasure there." So he ends up going back later on. But so Fred, she's solving the puzzle. We learn that the puzzle is when you solve the puzzle, her head is going to be put on their leader.
Yeah, and the way you learn that is that they have a computer and they have a picture of Fred next to a picture of the leader, and they take the mouse and click on Fred's head and drag it over to the head of the leader.
You're absolutely right. It was very silly. I love it.
It's one of the dumbest moments in television history.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lauren is like going to the bathroom, and then he hears banging around, like, "What's this over here?" You know?
Yeah,
it's like so weirdly staged, the whole thing. And yeah, and then the animation of Fred's head being cut, like the little scissor animation.
Yes, yeah.
That was hilarious. That was the best part. And so then Cordelia, I love this scene with Cordelia and Connor. I mean, she's just like telling the audience like what happened a couple episodes ago. Like, I did this thing and I made a deal and now I float but I don't have headaches and who knows what other side effects I have. But she's explaining it all to Connor like while she's changing his diaper. I thought she just did such a good job delivering it all.
Okay.
Shout out to Cordelia. MVP possibly. And then we go Jeffrey Dean Morgan again. He's at the vampire place looking for his watch when Angel shows up. And then he's like, there were 7 vampires. So they try to break in and then Angel saves them because Angel's the best guy ever.
Yeah, it's what he does.
It's what he does.
The helpless.
Yeah. Wouldn't think of Jeffrey Dean Morgan as helpless, but he was, I guess.
Well, he didn't have that. He didn't have Lucille with him.
Oh, hilarious. Yeah, very good point. So Cordelia she's like showing Connor all the money, and then she has a vision of Fred. That's how the whole thing happens. Cordelia is really like not only this cute stuff, but she saves the day at the end. She's the
Yeah.
one that goes over there.
No, she's like full on like agent of the powers that be now.
All while being a mom, like while
Yeah.
taking care of Connor. There might have never been a more obvious MVP. Now that I think about it. So we're back with Allison and Gunn and Wesley, and she's like, we learned that she poisoned her boyfriend. I kind of forget why, but he gets really sad. But he still loves her.
Yeah.
He's like, if you forgive me and I forgive you, we can still make things work.
Yeah. I feel like every resolution to every storyline in this episode, I'm just like, okay.
This one's by far the worst plot, right?
Yeah.
This one sucks. The other ones are kind of fun.
I hate the Fred thing too. It's just so dumb.
But it was cool that Fred got a time to shine.
Sure.
And yeah, I mean, fine. So Fred, she completes the puzzle, gets taken to this chair, and then Cordelia shows up and she saves the day or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know. Whatever. The Nadras, we kill them.
Yeah, we take that money.
And then so Fred, after they save her life, she says, I could kiss you both. Why'd she say that?
Well, because they save her life, and it's to make them uncomfortable. It's just bad writing. It's to make them uncomfortable because they both like her. They
But
both
she
want
shouldn't
her
say
to
that.
kiss them.
That's a weird thing for her to say.
Yeah, it's making a character more oblivious than she could possibly actually be.
Yeah, I did not like that moment at all.
Mm.
But Angel, he's like, sorry guys, I've been so money focused, but he's like looking at the briefcase the whole time. It's pretty funny. And yeah, whatever. And then at the end, he says, all right. Oh, I loved this part, right? Cordelia and
What
Angel
part?
laying in bed with the baby.
Oh yeah, no, that's the highlight of the episode.
This is one of the best parts of Angel so far. I love this. They're like,
Wow.
so we're gonna pay bills, but they're talking like all tired, like we're gonna pay bills, and they're talking quiet because the baby's sleeping. It's just such a nice moment. And
they really feel like a couple in that scene.
They do it. That's the way they write it and do it the whole thing. And she's one of them says down payment on a boat. I forget which one actually. Is it her?
Oh yeah, because that's what she wants,
right? Because he's like, why would I need a boat? When would I ever do it? And she says, moonlight sails.
Yeah.
Oh man, so fun. And then they mention a ski condo, and he might be into a ski condo. And then I love the camera here too. It goes all the way up, like up to the ceiling. This whole ending was beautiful. I thought it made me really emotional. And they say chipmunk robots on ice.
Yeah, I don't know about that as a final line of the episode, but what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Sorry, what are you gonna do? 2?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, me too. And I don't know. I'll probably go 3. I in my ranking here, out of 56 episodes, I'll go 48 between Blood Money and Reprise.
Well, that's pretty low. Read me from the bottom up of my list. Let's see what it's better than.
I Fall to Pieces, The Shroud of Ramon, I Will Remember You, Warzone, First Impressions. Wow, I've read 5 episodes.
I know. What's ahead of I Will Remember You?
Warzone.
And what's under I Will Remember You?
The Shroud of Ramon. This is better than that one.
Yeah, but that's where I'm putting it. I Will Remember You and Shroud of Ramon.
Yeah. Okay. So you said I had it low and I had it at 48, and then you go ahead and put it at 53. So
well, I agree that I think it's good.
I thought you were saying it's too low.
No. It should be low. I don't like this episode.
I like certain parts of it, but it was just too long, and some of it didn't even make sense. Some of the writing.
It's just a lot of like, Angel doing baby talk and fucking everybody's off on their own little missions, and none of the missions are worthy of a full episode. Like it's just, it feels throwaway to me. And I love season 3. I think it's really tightly constructed, and there's only like 3 episodes that don't really work for me, and this is one of those.
That's fine. I understand that. Is it our least favorite of the season so far?
It's my least favorite of the season. I'll say the whole way through.
Oh, okay. It is both of ours so far.